Welcome, Microsoft Office Specialists. My name is Brianna Roberts from Microsoft Learning. With me is Sinead Hogan from Certiport.
Thank you, Brianna. It's great to be here. And for those of you who don't know, Certiport is Microsoft's official exam delivery partner for the Microsoft Office Certification Program.
Today, we'd like to talk about the new exam format for Microsoft Office Specialist 2013 exams, or MOS exams for short. Office Specialist exams have always been performance-based, and that remains the same. What is new is the way Certiport is using live in-app testing within MOS 2013 exams.
That's right. We're switching from the known format, where you perform 20 to 30 unrelated short tasks, and we're moving to a single project, where test takers will create a complete document from a set of guidelines.
Sounds interesting. For comparison, Sinead, let's take a look at the MOS 2010 testing format.
Good idea. MOS certifications use Certiport's leading-edge testing technology to challenge a user's ability to perform real-world tasks live in the real Office application. As you can see here, I only have one independent task to perform.
That's definitely a great way to test for Office proficiency. If you don't mind me asking, why make a change if it's such a great testing format?
That's a good question, Brianna. While MOS exams have led the world in performance-based testing, the new MOS exams have been designed to test the candidate's ability to use an Office application in a way that's more closely aligned with how they would use it every day. After all, you're rarely asked to bold or highlight text, but you are asked to create a document that meets certain standards or guidelines.
Can you show me what you mean?
Sure, let's have a look. Besides being in the sleek new version of Microsoft Office, you'll notice some other updates to the testing window for MOS 2013 exams.
I can see that. What are all those new windows?
We've created what we call a tiled testing interface. Each tile is customizable and can be resized or moved around the screen to meet your needs.
Nice. So how do I best use these tiles in an exam?
Well, first, there's the reference window. This contains a picture of what your final project file should look like. It's small, deliberately, so we don't agonize over unimportant details. Detailed, precise specifications for how to complete your project are contained here in the instructions window. And any resources like text or images that you'll need to complete your project are here in the resources window. Okay, now let's do one of the tasks in this exam. I need to change the page orientation to landscape. So in the page layout ribbon, I'll select orientation and choose landscape. There, task complete.
I can see why there's so much excitement about the new Office 2013 testing experience, but I'm sure people will have a lot of questions about this new format. Like, will I have enough time?
Just like any other certification experience, test takers should complete as much of the exam as possible in the time allowed.
So what happens if time runs out?
The time limit for MOS 2013 exams is still 50 minutes. So as with prior Office exams, time management is important. If you do run out of time, the exam system will score your project based on its state at the moment the exam time expires.
It sounds like the key is to prepare well for the exams, so you don't lose time trying to learn about a new feature during the exam experience.
Correct. And this is a good time to remind test takers to save their work frequently while taking the Office 2013 exams. A reminder will pop up on the navigation bar frequently to encourage you to save your work. In the event of a computer crash or power outage, you can restore your testing session to the most recent save.
That's good advice to keep in mind during the test, Sinead. Actually, that's a helpful tip for anyone, whether in school or at the office. So, while I'm taking the test and time's running short, how can I gauge if I've done enough to pass?
That's a tough question to answer, because it depends on how accurate your work has been on the exam. Ultimately, it's best to pace yourself to finish all of the instructions in the exam to allow for some errors in your work. Remember, you can keep track of your progress using the checkboxes in the project instructions. These checkboxes have no effect on scoring. They're there to help you keep track of which parts of the project you've completed so far.
That's helpful, Sinead. So, once I finish the exam, assuming I pass, of course, will the score report look any differently?
While the exam experience has been enhanced, the score report that we've all come to know and love will remain unchanged.
That certainly is comforting. Seeing these exam format updates makes me think that students should prepare a little bit differently for Office 13 exams.
Absolutely.
On previous MOS exams, I would focus on mastering individual tasks like formatting a document or creating tables. Now, it seems like I need to understand how it all fits together as part of building a brochure or an information sheet or a project presentation.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Brianna. Instructors aren't going to need to make any monumental shifts in the way they teach Microsoft Office to students. Breaking the application into bite-sized bits to master principles is still key and fits traditional education models. The only adjustment that instructors may need to make is to help students learn how to tie all of these tasks together into projects that show overall mastery of the application.
That makes sense. Not only has the testing experience been enhanced, but you're preparing and practicing skills you do every day.
Exactly.
Well, we hope this has been helpful for you and will make your transition to the new MOS 2013 testing experience even better. For more information about the MOS certification program, visit our pages on Microsoft.com.
And now that you're all ready to take the new Office exams, go to certiport.com/MOS to learn how to register to take the exams and for additional resources to prepare you or your students for MOS 2013 exams.
Thanks for joining us and good luck on your tests.